Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm making another set of custom dominoes. As always, make sure when you're using 2-part resin to mix equal parts. Best to use measuring cups, which are my favorite to use. I make sure you're mixing it for 5 minutes, scraping the sides and both sides of your mixing tool. When I'm using mica powders there, and I always mix my color before I mix in my glitter, just because I may change my mind on the color glitter, not for any other reason than that. Like, make sure it's mixed. So I usually mix for 4 minutes and then add my coloring to mix in for the last minute. Has worked well for me for over 5 years, so that's the way I do it. That can be done anyway. You could always mix the 5 minutes, then add the color later. No wrong way. Always have fun creating. Here I'm going to fill the cavities about 75%. Some of them, those first ones, always end up being like 85-90% just while I'm getting my pour right together. But try to do 75% when you want 2 colors. And this set is a request for 2 different colors. The first is it looks neon orange, but it's actually like a neon pink with a goldish glitter, and then there will be chunky glitter on the back. Again, I tried to fill it about 75%. Some of them are closer to 95%, but it ends up coming out great. And anytime I have extra, I'm gonna grab an extra silicone piece and fill it with resin, because I never know when I might need that piece. I don't like to waste resin at all, so I'm always gonna have an extra silicone piece near so that I can fill it with any extra resin that I may have. I let this side completely cure for 24 hours before I add my second glitter, because I don't want them to mix. If you want your colors to mix, then of course you can pour them one right after the other. But if you want 2 separate colors, allow the first layer to cure completely. The second layer was a chunky glitter that I forgot I had, but it was a great compliment to the original color. And so here I don't want any spillage or any overage, so I just poured small amounts, and I'm going to use a popsicle stick to spread it out. And resin kind of self-spreads as well. As long as your table is even, it'll even out on its own. But here I'm just finishing off the last. And like I said, again, if you want your colors to mix, you can pour them while the first layer is wet. If you want 2 separate colors, wait until the first layer completely cures before you do your second pour. Here I'm just topping off with extra. I didn't make that much of this one, so it wasn't even enough to add into another resin mold. So I just used it in the dominoes. Gonna use the popsicle sticks to spread it around, make sure I get all the edges, and then we're gonna let this side cure for a whole 24 hours as well. I don't want any bendable dominoes, so I let it cure fully for 24 hours. You can always use UV resin if you have a quick order to do, and that's just with the sun, that'll dry it, or a UV light. There I'm using my torch to get the bubbles out. That's how the back dried, and this is the front. They came out really nice. I've used the torch to get the bubbles out. These are my favorite acrylic markers. This is what I use to make my lines. They come in all kind of colors, but I just like the white, black, and the chrome for my dominoes. If I get a request for another color dot, I'll do whatever the customer likes. But for the most part, I like to buy the white, black, and bulk. Amazon sells them. But I fill in all my dots so you get good coverage. I really love these markers. And that's how the dots came out. Let that dry. They dry in like 2 to 3 minutes, but I let those actually sit overnight. And then the next day, we spray them with our crystal clear enamel. That's my favorite brand. I let this sit for about 30 minutes. It was hot today, so they dried fast, and these are how they came out. They came out so cute. I really love the colors together. I really had fun with this set. So just have fun when you're creating. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, comment. Visit our website, glazecreationsatl.com, and follow us on social media at glazecreationsatl.